Namaste Soul Family, it's Annette aka Shorty Love. Today Spirit has guided me to come on and do a transmission, light language transmission, for removing survival mode programming and conditioning and up-leveling us into a state of thriving. So from surviving to thriving. And y'all already know that with the old lack matrix grids, and I say old because we're stepping into the abundance matrix now, we are more readily available to 5D and above now on planet Earth. So those of us who are doing this work, we're much more tuned in, we're much more tapped into that state of being a lot more of the time. And even when we're not fully quite there yet, it's okay, fam. Just keep going, keep working, keep healing, keep going in on those layers, keep doing the internal work, because that's what's going to take you closer and closer to that state of being able to access 5D whenever you want. And when you're in 5D, it doesn't matter if you're having an off day or an off couple of hours, you can switch from that straight into the abundance matrix at any point in time. You can literally shift your reality at any specific moment of the day. It's just a choice. It's just a choice and a flip in your energy, and just raising your vibration to match the alignment of what it is that you're wanting to experience. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive, fam. And I know that sounds really contradictory, but on the flip side, it really is a beautiful time for us to be able to experience this evolution on planet Earth, to be able to experience the up-leveling of Gaia and of humanity, and of all of us being here together doing this profound inner work that is bringing more and more light, helping us to anchor more and more light onto planet Earth. Because each day when you put in that work, when you sit down and you do your grounding, when you allow source energy to come through you, go down through your feet, anchor into Mother Earth and ground you, you're bringing more and more of that light onto planet Earth. And in turn, you're helping Mother Gaia to ascend. And in turn, you're helping humanity to ascend. You're helping people to open their eyes, to take off the mask, to do what needs to be done, to see the truth, to utilize their vision of foresight, to be able to express their authenticity, to be able to act from a place of integrity. And when we're truly in our integrity, fam, we're thriving. When we're truly in alignment, we are thriving. We are tapped into the abundance matrix. But when we go back into the survival programs, and this has been coming up for me lately as well, and I've just been feeling it heavily in the collective, where the survival programming, they're really pushing that, they're pushing that agenda forward to try and make people scared, to try and make people go back to sleep, to try and make people fear the unknown. And truly, I always say the unknown is where life begins. It's in the unknown, it's in the adventure, it's in the discovery of life that life actually shows itself to us, presents itself to us and says, hey, look at all of this, look at what you can do, look at what you can do when you release the fear, when you let go, when you allow your ego to just take the passenger seat and you take the driver's seat, and you allow your soul to steer the wheel. You allow your soul to direct which way you're going to go. You allow the sun and the birds and the trees and the direction of the wind to take you where you need to go. You're flexible. You bend in the direction of the wind. So they are trying to make people go back to sleep. But let me tell you, fam, once you're awake, there is no going back to sleep. You might take naps. I call them spiritual naps, where from time to time you might get lost again in the confusion. You're coming in and out, you're going in and out, and sometimes you might feel like you've taken 10 steps back, but you never lose anything. You never lose your wisdom. You never lose the tools and the resources that you've gained up until that moment. You never lose the vibration. You just dip from the vibration. And when you work your way back up, you realign yourself. You sit down, you meditate, you breathe, you do your yoga, you work out a little bit, you go for a walk, you come out into nature, you eat your good foods, you drink your alkaline water, you take your salt baths, you allow the toxins to release themselves from you. You even just visualize water being source consciousness and releasing from all the negative energy from you, and you thank the water for it. A lot of these things I talk about in the MDP healing program, which is going through a major overhaul right now. I got guided to, and I really wanted to do that for a little while. So it's going through an overhaul, but when it's back, I will let you guys know, and I'll be linking it down below for you guys as well, because it's going to be jam-packed full of even more wisdom, even more tools, even more resources, everything you need on your spiritual journey. Okay, so that's currently going through a little bit of an upgrade, but once it's upgraded, it'll be back up and running on the site. So that program itself has literally everything you need. It is like a spiritual toolkit in and of itself. Okay, it's everything that I use personally to manifest, how I utilize Mother Nature and all of the elements of earth to manifest, how I raise my energy, my frequency, my vibration, all of this, you know, how I co-create my own reality. And it's not about just me, it's literally those experiences that I've had that are in that program, but in a way that you can actually read it and understand it, and you feel like, yeah, I get this. It's simple language and it's very straight to the point, so it's not something that's going to take you 10 million years to translate so that your soul can understand it. It's on a soul level, your soul's just going to get it straight away and be like, oh yeah, that's what I got to do, you know. So it's just like a little guide, it's just a little toolkit, and you can utilize that for the rest of your life to master, manifest, and co-create your reality, which is why it's going through a major upgrade, because I just want to get it to a state where once the person has it in front of them, they literally have everything they need right there in the palm of their hands, in the computer screen, and they don't have to go and look anywhere else. It's all there for them. Okay, guys, so everything on this earth is working in perfect harmony. It's working for us, and everything on Mother Earth is thriving. Look around at nature. Since we all went into lockdown and humans stopped destroying things, Mother Nature is thriving. The animals are thriving. They're not as scared. They come out, they're chilling, you know, amongst us. They're literally not as scared as they used to be, because they feel more at home, more at peace. They feel more protected again, because now that Mother Nature is thriving, the animals are like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like. We're not supposed to be logging everything down and putting bricks and mortar and building everything in its place. We're supposed to be protecting this planet, protecting Mother Nature, protecting Mother Gaia. And when Mother Gaia thrives, we all thrive, fam. When Mother Gaia is in a frequency of abundance, we're all in a frequency of abundance. That's why they try so hard to make you go back to sleep. But like I said, it's just a spiritual nap. You're going to come in and out. And once you get used to that ebb and flow, and once you realize that the darkness is just a catalyst to the light, and it helps you to illuminate more of your light, and it helps you to realize yourself on a deeper and deeper level every single time, then you can release any judgment, you can release any shame and any guilt that comes up for going back in time. Sometimes you got to be going back in time to see how far you've come. And I say it's like a slingshot. They pull you back sometimes, the universe, so you can see things and be like, whoa, I really have come very far. And every time they pull you back, it's because maybe you missed a couple little things. You know, maybe you need to heal at a little bit of a deeper level before you go to that next stage, because if you take that baggage with you to the next stage, it might actually hold you back when you get there, right? So they pull you back, you get a bit of a bird's eye view of everything. You're like, oh, yep, you see it from a higher perspective, your higher self steps in, and then boom, when they fling it forward, you're all the way out there. You know, and all of a sudden you're in new territory, a new timeline, quantum leap, quantum jump, and you're like, wow, if I had got here a moment sooner, I get it, universe. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. Right? They're just looking out for you. They're just looking out. So understand, fam, that it's okay whenever you go in and out. And the survival programs, we've all got it. We've all had it. We've all been conditioned and brainwashed and beat down, almost in a sense, to feel like we have to rely on a system to survive, rely on a government to survive, rely on a family system, a family unit to survive, even if they treat you like shit, right? Let's just keep it a buck. You have to rely on friends and people, just anything outside of you, you have to rely on in order to survive. You have to be in a tribe in order to survive. And this is because back in the day, our ancestors and stuff, you know, especially the people that used to live just out in nature, the ancients, the ancestors that used to do everything in nature, the natives, they were in survival mode to a certain degree, because not because of a system or a government or anything, but because there was lions and animals and everything out there that could just pounce on them at any time and kill them, right? So they were in a state of survival mode and they had to protect themselves. But the state that we're in now, fam, we don't have to do that. The energy that's present on planet Earth, we can just connect straight to source, put up our protective shield, and we're good. And then even when lions and stuff are there, we're not in a state of fear. We can be friends with them and they can feel comfortable in our presence. They don't feel like they have to eat us, and we don't feel like we have to kill them to survive. We can share this planet. We can coexist now. It's not what it used to be anymore. So, you know, you might even have been programmed by your family system, your family unit, to be codependent on each other. Everybody's just codependent, leeching off each other's source of supply, leeching off each other's energy, because they don't know that they can actually tap into that wellspring of source from within. So they try to hold you back and pull you down, and anytime you're trying to go up, they try to pull you back down because they're afraid still, you know, they're still in survival mode, and they see you doing things that they don't think and they don't believe that you can do, because they don't believe they can do it, and they've never seen anybody else do it, so they don't know how you're going to do it, so they try to pull you back down into survival mode. They fear it. They fear the unknown. But you're the person who's here to break those generational curses, patterns, and programs. You're the person. You're the one who's doing the healing. You're the one who's doing the work. And it's for a reason. You're the one who, when all those programs and conditions that have been running in generations and across lifetimes in your family systems, in your working situations, in your friendship circles, in the people and the environments around you, well, that person who said, it stopped when it ran into me. Hold up. Get back, Barry. None of that around here. Right? You tell Barry where it's at. So that birdie was with us the whole time. That's been happening a lot lately. So yeah, even the birds are like, fly free, thrive. Begin to thrive. Begin to start creating that program from within yourself. Tell yourself every day, I am thriving. I am no longer just surviving. I am not a victim. I am a victor of my circumstances. I am a survivor of what I've been through, not a victim. I survived it. And because I survived it, even in the toughest of circumstances, now I'm going to thrive with it. I'm going to thrive with what I learned. Right? I'm going to share that light, share that wisdom, share that knowledge, uplift myself, uplift humanity in the process, fam. We hold the power. We hold the key. We are the system. So we have the ability to change that system by changing ourselves first. One person at a time, one healing at a time, one step at a time. We got this, fam. Anywhere where those programs have come from, even if you're in an abusive relationship, a narcissistic relationship, all been there, done that, fam, right? Those types of relationships keep you in a state of survival consciousness. They keep you in a state of survival mode because they make you feel like you're not going to be able to survive without that person. What are you going to do if they leave? Some of us were programmed so heavily, and I don't really engage in these types of in relationships like this anymore at all, but there was a time in my life where I did, and I was so heavily programmed that I was almost used to the abuse. So I would stay in situations and make excuses for the person who was abusing me. I would make excuses for them. There's that syndrome, I forgot what it's called, but I'll link it down here if I can remember. And it's like, it's when the person starts to almost feel sorry for their abuser and allows them to get away with all the bullshit. And they don't even know that they're doing it because, you know, the trauma, it's a trauma response, it's PTSD, it's all of that mixed into this one massive ball of wool that's just tangled up, knotted up. But we're going to untangle that ball of wool today, and we're going to pull out those pieces one step at a time, and we're going to integrate new energy of thriving, where it's okay for you to be happy, where you're actually able to receive high vibrational energy, you're able to receive love, because there is also programs that stop you from believing that you're worthy of receiving good energy. Sometimes you self-sabotage when good things are coming to you. You self-sabotage because you're not used to those good things, right? All been there, done that, fam, right? It's nothing to judge ourselves about. It's just something to be aware of, become conscious of, and say, when good energy comes to me, I'm going to receive it, I'm going to greet it. Doesn't mean you have to always engage with it or you have to be present to it, but be able to actually receive it. Be thankful for it, be grateful for it, appreciate the good energy when it's there, and give it back, you know what I mean? If you can, reciprocate it. If you can, be that person who gives a mutual exchange of energy for people who actually give you good energy. And you'll see how it just multiplies and it continues, and a beautiful new cycle will begin for you. So that is my intention for today, that with this healing, a new cycle can begin for you. As the old is leaving And we're currently going through that eclipse full moon energy, so a lot of heaviness has come up for the collective. And I don't know if you're going to see this at that time or not, but it's just energy. So whenever this reaches you, it'll be divine time, and the energy is still going to be present via this transmission. And so we're now coming out of those old karmic cycles, and we're able to create new cycles of karma, because we're always creating karma. As long as we're breathing, it's still karma. So we're going to create new karma, but we can decide from here what type of karma we're going to create. When we're creating abundance for ourselves, and we're keeping that in alignment with abundance for all, then fam, that's just going to continue fueling positive, good energies for everybody to thrive. If I thrive, you thrive. You thrive, I thrive. We thrive. Right? We're all in this together, fam. So take a deep, slow breath in. And set the intention that these light codes will be integrated in any area where they are needed for you at this time. And they will cleanse and purify your chakras of all old survival programs, mechanisms, self-sabotage, any limiting belief systems, behavioral patterns, conditioning, low vibrational, dense, heavy energies and programming, matrix grid programming, lack matrix programming, scarcity, poverty, consciousness, slavery programming will be removed, and all energies of survival mode, programs of survival mode will be cleared and cleansed, purified completely from your physical vessel, energetic and auric fields, as well as your electromagnetic fields, and all of your existences across all time, spaces, dimensions and realities. And they'll all be sent back to purest source with love and light to bless you with a state of thriving, success, abundance, great fortune, great health, great wealth, great peace and prosperity for all of humanity, for ourselves and us all.
Shikatara story, tata story, tata storo to toste, nananato trokotoste, harikatos story toste, tata storo to kotoste, harikatos, Yuria tata stokotoste, ratatastera, tato story to. Hinana takasera tatoste, ratatoste, ratatoste, ratatost, Hanana karoto story, tatatera, tatoste, ratatoste, ratatost, Hirata story, Pareste ratatasto kotorasto hinanana katora totostera katata
clearing out your root chakra now of all survival programs, slavery consciousness, poverty consciousness, scarcity consciousness, feeling ungrounded, feeling like you don't belong, any feelings of imbalance and disharmony and misalignment, clearing it all out now. Picture this and envision this as a big, beautiful orb of red light at the base of your spine, spinning clockwise and clearing and cleansing itself out with the light.
Hinana costuria tata sturia tata erakato stuta rukati sata to kuturo kuto siena na korukuto shupa rakate stiera tato kurkuschu 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 kurkuschu
coming up now into your sacral chakra, clearing and cleansing your sacral chakra. Envision this as a beautiful big orb of orange light spinning clockwise in your navel center and womb space, clearing and cleansing itself with the light now, removing any trauma, any PTSD, CPTSD, any old programs and mechanisms of trauma-based responses, anywhere where you are afraid to receive freely and give freely anywhere where you are afraid of your happiness, your sacred sexuality, your physical vessel, and your sacred expression, removing it all now.
Trusira kuria tatashi nirato harekese harekese huya tatira tashinana harakataro.
Removing all the pain that you have held in your womb space.
Inana sturia tata heratasyo heratasyo hinase hinase
Coming up now into your solar plexus chakra, envision this as a beautiful sun-like orb of yellow energy growing in your diaphragm area, spinning clockwise and removing all of the old programs and conditions that have plagued you and plagued humanity for eons and generations. Allow the light to clear and purify this energy now. Anywhere where you have given your power away to others, consciously or unconsciously, or others have siphoned your power from you. Anywhere where the system and matrix grid, lack matrix, has taken your power from you. Anywhere where you were taken out of your power. Anywhere where others tried to steal your power from you. Anywhere where others tried to stop and block your divine destiny. Anywhere where the system and forces, negative, low vibrational, toxic energies have tried to derail you off your soul path and soul purpose and tried to block your spiritual mission and your gifts. Heriata shakatara unjarakat is jarakot uriatata scherana uriananasche hariato uriananascheriatata ustanana eriatata sche hukat astirat ust inaraschoriatata poriata schekarat usche. Restoring your power, restoring your courage, restoring your confidence, restoring your strength, connecting you to the central sun. And allowing this golden white light energy from your solar plexus chakra to merge up into your heart, through your throat, up into your third eye space, and out through your crown chakra, like a fountain, coming down and encompassing your entire body in this high vibrational, pure white light. Divinity, source consciousness. Open up to receiving. Open up to receiving a consciousness of thriving, success, great fortune, great wealth, great health, abundance, peace, and prosperity on all levels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. The sun joined us in that moment of opening up the solar plexus and taking our power back, fam. What a beautiful experience. So I hope that you have felt this on all levels. Come back to this whenever you feel like you need it. The birdies are here with us again. I can hear them, their little wings and feet moving around. It is safe for you to thrive. You no longer have to survive. It's time for you to rise and shine and align with the divine. Take care, guys. Stay blessed. Stay high vibing. I'll see you guys soon.